Hey guys, welcome to my channel Tekco. My name is Salman Francis, and today we are going to solve question number 13 of Red Hat Certified Engineering Sample Questions version 9. So let's take a look. What do we have today? So in today's question, we need to create a playbook hw report.yaml. So basically, we need to gather some hardware information of our nodes, and it should have the following conditions: should produce an output file in root hwreport.txt, you can call it anything, and it should produce the result on all the nodes with the below information: the inventory name, like the host name, memory, BIOS version, size of the disk. Then the file should consist of key value pair, and if a hardware item is not existing, it should print none. So let's start the solution. So as always, we are going to work with our Tekco server or the controller node of Ansible. And before I start writing the playbook, I would like to show you some examples of some important commands regarding Ansible facts, how you can gather it. So to gather the facts, what you can do is you can write Ansible all-m setup. So this is going to give you all the information about your Ansible facts. So here you can see it has printed a lot of information. So what we need to do is we can always use grep command to filter this information. So let's take a look how we can do that. So we will use the same command, and this time I'm going to grep fqdn, like fully qualified domain name, and it has shown like test node, node 2, node 1. So guys, one important thing what I would like to share is that Red Hat uh, want you to use the documentation. So you should use the documentation, and that's why I'll show you how you can use documentations. For example, if you need some information about FQDN, let's say, so Ansible-doc, and then you can type FQDN. If it's not there, you can use hostname, and it will give you some information, and then you can use the examples. So you don't have to run blindly. So these are some facts you can use uh, within your playbook. Also, let's say you need some information about users. So you can use Ansible doc user, and it will give you information about user. The best way to get the list for these documentation is with -l, and it will give you a list of all the built-in variables, facts, and then you can search them one by one by, for example, if you have this ping built in. So what you can do is you can use Ansible-doc ping, and it will give you information about this with the examples. So just make sure you use the examples or this documentation in your exam, because that's why they have these enabled. They have enabled this option that you should take a look at the documentation. All right, so let's get one more information. Ansible all. The module I'm going to use is setup, and I would like to grab information of BIOS. And you can see it's giving me VirtualBox because I'm using VirtualBox. So it has given me all the information about the BIOS date, BIOS vendor, version of our three separate nodes: 1, 2, and 3. So, okay, let me show you my inventory. And for this, we are using node 1, node 2, and test nodes. These are like three unique nodes we are using. All right, again, we can grab information about memory. Why I'm showing you this? Because you don't have to remember the commands or how to get this information when we will write our playbook. Okay, so now this is done. First, what we need to do is before we write the playbook, we need to create a template, basically. So let's call it HWR. I'm going to call it HWR for report. You can call it anything. It's going to be Jinja2, so it ends with J2. All right. And the information I need is, as per our question, we need our host name, and it's a key value pair. So we need to write it in this way. It's going to be Ansible, Ansible underscore facts, and we can get FQDN from here. Okay, let me get host name and we will see the difference. All right. Then we need to get total memory. And as we have seen earlier, we can get it from Ansible facts with the mem total underscore MB. Let me save this and show you how I know that. Here you can see for Ansible memory in MB. So it's going to be memory underscore MB or mem total with Ansible fact while using in Jinja 2 template. All right, this is done. Now we need to get the BIOS version. We will again use Ansible underscore facts. And this is really simple. It's BIOS version, BIOS underscore version. All right. Now we need to print information about our block devices. And to gather block devices information, I'm going to use Ansible underscore devices. And I need SDA. And I need the size of this. All right. And if this device does not exist, I need a default value of none. So the default value in Jinja 2 template is not a list. It takes it as an argument. That's why we are not giving it the bigger brackets or the curly braces. We are using the small brackets because the default value takes the argument. Not It's not a list. Again, like block device Ansible underscore devices, and it's going to be SDB if it exists, and the size and default is none. All right, so our template is complete. Now we are going to write our playbook, and I'm going to call it hwr.yaml, and name is going to be gathering hardware info from nodes. And hosts, we need all the hosts. become true. And this time, what we need to do is, since we have created a template, we will be using our template here. And for that, it's going to be under tasks, and we can give it a name, generating report. You can call it anything. And for this, we are going to use the module template. And source is, we know that it's hwr.j2. Since it's in our path, so we don't need to mention the absolute path for this. And the destination, we want it in our root folder, so it's going to be /root, and the name should be hwr.txt. All right, so this is done. Now we are going to save this and run our template. Let me show you. Let's go to our node 2 or node 1. We can go there. We can go there. We can see that we don't have any HWR file here at the moment. So let's run this playbook Ansible -playbook my inventory, and then the playbook is hwr.yaml. Okay, so we have our error in template. Okay. Yep, it should be under. All right, the alignment, always check the alignments, guys. All right, so we have another error here. Let's see, what error do we have? I think it's because of the host name we mentioned. Yep. So this is not with the Ansible fact, so I need to remove it from our Ginger 2 template. It was just a test. So let's remove this line. Let's run it this time. All right, we have another error. So memory size, SDA size. I think there's something wrong. I need to check. Let's check what is the problem. Ansible underscore facts FQDN. Okay, this is fine. Then total memory is Ansible underscore facts, and it's mem total underscore MB. And you know what? I have not closed the brackets. Thank you very much. Let's undo the changes. So this is the problem. So guys, as always, I'm not going to remove the errors I'm facing during this video so that you can understand properly and learn from my mistakes. All right, let's copy this again. And use the host name to check if it works or not. Keeping our fingers crossed, running our inventory file, the YAML file, and this time it worked. So let's see if our node 1 has hwr.txt. Yes, it does have. And perfect, we have this information. Okay, for first it's hostname node 1, so both FQDN and hostname works. Total memory, it's in MB megabytes, so it's 758, 757. Total size is 8 gigabytes, and for block device, the SDA2, it's SDB, it's none. You know what we can do is we can go to our Jinja 2 template, make it a little better, like total memory in MB. You can write like this: block device SDA SDB. I think this is much better. One more change: host name just to show that it's was this fact is also working. All right, I'm going to remove hwr.txt from here. I'm going to remove it from here. And from our test node. All righty, let's run it again. All right, so let's take a look at our test node first. So cat hwr. So here you can see this time it's hostname 2, test node, total memory in MB is 757, SDA is 8 GB, and here we have block device SDB, so it has not printed none. Let's take a look at node 2 and compare it with our test. And here you can see it does not have SDB device, so that's why it has printed none. So guys, thank you very much. We were able to solve our question number 13 of our Red Hat Certified Engineering Exam version 9. Please do subscribe to my channel, share with your friends and family, visit my website for more information, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.